president called the Chrisley's daughter, Savannah Chrisley, to share the news.
Savannah spoke at the Republican National Convention last year to claim that her parents were the victims of political prosecution. She's been a longtime supporter of the president. Fox 5's Eric Perry joins us now here in studio tonight to break down the long road to the point in this story. Eric?
Yeah, we are all on Chrisley watch. It could be any moment now. Within the past 30 minutes, we know President Trump officially signed the pardon for both of them. So it might feel at home like we've been talking about the Chrisleys for years. Well, frankly, that's because we have. They came onto our TV screens back in 2014 with their show. But before that, in 2012, Todd Chrisley filed for bankruptcy, citing nearly $50 million in debt from multiple mortgages and over $1 million in a loan from Julie. Well, in 2019, a federal grand jury here in Atlanta indicted the duo on 12 counts that included wire fraud, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, and tax evasion. So the trial began in 2022, and the Atlanta federal jury, they found them guilty of all counts. Todd Chrisley sentenced to 12 years in federal prison, Julie 7. Since then, we have seen appeals, we've seen pleas from their daughter Savannah, all leading up to Tuesday's official presidential pardon.
Your parents are going to be free and clean.
Full pardons from President Trump to former reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. A federal jury in Atlanta convicted the couple of financial crimes in 2022. A U.S. district judge here in Atlanta sentenced them to federal prison.
It still doesn't feel real. It doesn't. I'm freaking out, so I'm gonna go and prepare to go pick up my parents.
Their daughter, Savannah Chrisley, took to social media praising the president and his personal phone call she had with the commander-in-chief and her youngest brother, Grayson.
Mr. President.
Yes. How are you?
I just want to say thank you for bringing my parents back.
Yeah, well, they were given a pretty harsh treatment based on what I'm hearing.
I think it shows that people and administrations, whether it be on the state or federal level, are willing to take a look at cases even after the fact.
Jeffrey Ertl with Middleton Ertl Law believes this is just the beginning and that defense attorneys will look to try and get their clients' cases pardoned on both the state and executive level.
I've not seen pardons this early in an administration before. So I think, like I said, I think that signals that they're open to hearing from people who have cases that are pardonable.
Ertl couldn't discuss the details of this particular case, but he says he can almost guarantee that the federal prosecutors who tried the case, well, they're probably not too happy.
It's a lot of hard work and a lot of time that has gone into these cases.
Of course, we did reach out to the federal prosecutors in charge of the case. We haven't heard back just yet. Of course, there's reaction pouring in from all sides on this. But I did talk with one of the jurors for the federal indictments. He couldn't talk with me over the phone, but he sent me a statement. He said in part that privilege has no place in the justice system. If you break the law and are found guilty, you should be held accountable for your actions. Pretty strong words there from a juror there. He also told me that many jurors felt the prosecution team had an overwhelming case against them. He says it took them about a week for them to determine the involvement of Julie, but Courtney Tom, he says it was an easy decision when it came to Todd Chrisley in this case and the other person that was involved. But of course, they kind of weighed Julie Chrisley, but any moment now they are set to be released.
Well, we'll be watching, and you got to think that the Chrisleys will be right back on reality TV doing their thing.
And I've heard that they've already been filming, so of course we can expect them probably sometime in the next year.
Yeah. All right. Eric, thanks.
Thanks, Eric.